DJ Event Planner will change the way you manage and run your business. Streamline all of your procedures and software into one easy-to-manage system. DJ Event Planner, the ultimate online planning tool.
All right, here we go. We are live finally this morning. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us. We are going to be talking about the Marquee Show, doing a lot of things. But before we get to KC this morning, I just want to let you guys know we've been having some technical issues. The iMac, our typical studio iMac, has got an audio card problem. We did some workarounds last week that tested Thursday fine, Friday fine, Sunday fine. Today, not so fine.
Not so much.
Yeah,
it's
not
a
so
Monday.
much.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing works well on a Monday.
Yeah, exactly. Except the garbage man. The garbage man, especially in mornings in which I don't get the garbage out on time, that's exactly when he's on time. So we'll just... So KC, thank you for joining me this morning.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, we've got some kind of big news that you've been working on here for a little while, and it's time to really kind of get that out to the daylight and show that to the DJ community.
Well, I've told people on social media, so now I'm excited to be telling it to you and to everybody watching that there's a new show in town, or I should say a conference, because we're not really a show. We are I'm producing a conference called the Marquee Show, which my goal is to become the marquee show for DJs and for photo booth company owners to attend. Mm-hmm. It is a business-styled conference going to be held here in Chicago in July 2018. So I'm giving you guys 13 months notice to start budgeting, start putting your travel plans aside. Chicago's an amazing world-class city, and I'm excited about hosting this show in my hometown.
Just putting the link up here so everyone can who's watching this. We got Ben and Dave and Jimmy with us so far. I'm seeing in the chat rooms. So thank you guys for being with us this morning. So I guess I'm gonna ask some of the hard questions, Casey. And I know you're a big boy and you can handle some of these questions. And one of the first questions is people are going to look at this. Why do we need another DJ show out there? What's the impetus for bringing this show to Chicago like that?
I love Mobile Beat. I love DJ Times. I love Armed DJs. I love, which is happening this week as well if you're down south. I love Midwest DJs Live, and I've been attending shows since the very first one I can remember, which was the Sound DJ Expo, which was actually covered in the first issue of Mobile Beat. That's how far back that goes, and I owe a lot to it. Okay, I've met amazing people. I've learned so much from presenters, and I don't know that the world needs another show. I think that our industry needs a better show. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that to disrespect anyone. The shows traditionally tend to be really great DJs talking about what they believe they are experts in, and a lot of them are. But I'm trying to take it to the next level. Instead of having someone like a Todd Mitchum explaining how he does stage technique, I'm bringing in people from Second City to talk about stage technique. And while Todd's an amazing MC, I'm talking about bringing in the people that have trained Tina Fey and, the Belushis. And, if you're familiar with Second City, we're talking about countless, huge multi-millionaire stars and they got their start at Second City, which happens to be founded here in Chicago. I'm talking about bringing in actual social media gurus, and it's just a different concept. There'll be a few familiar names that you guys know from the industry because I think they're incredible talents. We have Brian Bonacisi, who is an up-and-comer, who is actually not an up-and-comer. He's just an up-and-comer in the speaking realm. The guy, in my opinion, gave the best seminar at DJ Times last year. And I remember he had a half-filled room because a lot of people didn't know who he was. He knocked it out of the park. And for those of you that don't know him, he was one of the marketing managers at Pioneer DJ. He was crucial in developing the CDJ 1000, bringing it to market, bringing it to the marketplace, and is an incredibly talented DJ. I'm really excited. I know he's speaking at DJ Times this year. When I invited him to speak and he said yes, I was very, very pumped. We have him speaking. Alan Berg, which is another fan favorite, one of the nicest guys in the world, one of the most knowledgeable guys in the world.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaks for Wedding Wire, speaks at Wedding Wire World, speaks at Wedding MBA, special event, Cater Source. Has, except for Las Vegas DJ show years ago, has never spoken at a DJ show. So again, we're talking about someone who's tremendously talented and knowledgeable that's never spoken in this arena before.
Yeah.
We are bringing in Michael Cerbelli. Michael Cerbelli started as an MC in New York, working for a series of the different companies, the last of which was Total Entertainment. Started as an MC, got into event production. He's actually this week in Las Vegas speaking to the National MPI conference. He does it at a seminar called The Hot List. And these are the hottest trending things that are happening in the special events industry. It's never been brought to the DJ industry or photo booth industry before. So we're really excited about having him there. We're looking at, I think the numbers came out to 23 seminars in 3 days, of which the mornings are all general business, social media, marketing, sales, customer service driven. And then in the afternoons, we're going to be divvying up that we'll do, all of our seminars are going to be 50 minutes long, and it'll be disc jockey, then photo booth and disc jockey, then photo booth and disc jockey, back and forth, so that you also have an hour to go to what we're calling our networking lounge, which is, everybody says one of the greatest parts of DJ shows is the networking. Mm-hmm. Well, I want to encourage that. So if you're strictly a DJ or you're strictly a photo booth company, you'll have that time to network. If not, if you do both, you're going to be on, hopefully education overload, and that's hopefully a good thing. So
Casey, it's really sounding, as you're going through and talking about your kind of your vision for this event, you really are wanting to focus on the education and take that education, a notch or two higher than what we're traditionally used to at our DJ shows.
Correct. And again, this is no disrespect to Mobile Beat. Ryan and his staff do a great job. DJ Times has a consistent product, and I'll be there in August as an attendee, and I'll be at Mobile Beat as well as Photo Booth Expo. Many years ago, being frustrated, in 2003, I started a group called DJ Think Tank.
Yeah. And
it was simply for those of us that wanted to get education that the shows weren't offering. And so there's been all kinds of, I love Think Tank, I hate Think Tank, but a lot of the people presenting either are Think Tank members, were Think Tank members, and so they've brought that education to the people. What I'm looking at doing is the same thing. I'm looking at doing a think tank style conference open to 1,000 people hopefully attending. And again, I am not looking for any drama from any of the other shows. I wish them all the best. I'm just looking at going in a different direction. That's all.
And I think one of the things when, and you've heard this and I've heard this as we've walked the halls from DJs who are always saying, hey, I've been here, this is my second, third, fourth year. And it's like a lot of introductory information is given. And again, not to knock the shows, because when they have, okay, everyone raise your hand if this is your first time there, you're talking somewhere between 25 and 30% is new each year, so you have to have continued that. So I can definitely see having that step up information, that little more advanced knowledge. I think there's a real hunger for that in our industry from people who have attended and have gotten there, enjoyed Las Vegas, enjoyed Atlantic City, they've gotten their feet wet, now they're like, where do I go for the next level?
Right. And even for those that have never attended a DJ show before, that might live in the Midwest, that we're a couple-hour drive, or they live here in Chicago, even if you're new to the business, this show will indeed cater to all, in the sense that you might be in a little bit of the deep end, but I'd rather have your mind completely blown by the possibilities. And going back to when I first attended, I remember, I think it was my second year at DJ Times, when John Murphy announced that they had purchased DJ International and that they were going to be at somewhere like 100 DJ systems. And I just remember my mind being blown by it. Mm-hmm. I remember John Ross for the first time and Andy Ebon for the first time. And these guys were full-time DJs that had companies and they had it together. And I started thinking to myself, I can do this. Like, I can make this happen. And so, excuse me, that's where we were. And I want to encourage that. And while online education is great, and God knows Facebook's got a million different groups, and there's videos all over YouTube, as you know, going to something live and meeting somebody and having a cup of coffee with him or her adds a different dynamic that you will never, ever get. It's the see it, feel it, touch it mentality as opposed to watching it. It's why concerts are so amazing compared to watching them on YouTube. It's just a different experience. So I strongly recommend that, I strongly recommend that people make education, live education, a priority in their career, whether it's Mobile Beat, my show, Wedding MBA, Wedding Wire World. I can only speak for myself that it's truly helped me grow my business and continues to help grow my business.
Probably one of the things that I like the most about, we go to a show, and even you and I have done this on occasion. We both have experienced an educational component, and it's the stepping away from it and the breakdown and the discussion of it, and getting your thoughts of how you observe that information, and then my thoughts, and as we can share and talk about these things, it really helps that processing of that information, and that alone, I think, has such a value and people overlook that, because even if I go to an educational thing and I'm with Lori, who is kind of a DJ but not so much anymore, mm-hmm. She and I will talk about it afterwards, and there's just a different level of discussion than an actively working DJ who has picked up some things. So I don't think we can really oversell that networking and such in the hallways, because it is really what brings it all together. It's like the 25% can be the content, and it's the other 75% of the asking questions of other people and comparing notes and just really helping you to consume or absorb that information.
Well, I think part of it is you're used to your way, which is 2 + 2 = 4.
Yes.
And I say, John, 1 + 3 = 4 too. And you go, God, I never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
And both of us are successful, and we're both doing things well and supporting our families and living our lives and that. But sometimes just having that perspective, and again, coming from the level of speakers that we're bringing in, I'm hoping to inspire that kind of thought. And, the biggest difference is I'm trying to have all the business tracks be run by people outside of the DJ and photo booth industry. Mm-hmm. We're currently working on finalizing things with the Knot and with Wedding Wire. Now, Sonny just spoke at Mobile Beat, which was great, and he's a super talented guy. I'm excited about the possibility of having him speak, and the Wedding Wire team has told me that we have to wait until the end of August is when they're going to finalize all of their 2018 involvement for shows in general. And then, what's crazy is the Knot has never spoken at a DJ show. I mean, if you think about that for a minute, Most DJs are in the wedding industry, mobile DJs. That's the majority of it. And yet you've never seen anyone from the Knot speak. Now, everybody questions their or studies their national surveys and such, and it becomes the Bible. You see local media referencing it all the time as to what people are spending, but yet they've never been invited to or never chosen to speak. Well, we're looking to change that. And that's one of the reasons I love going to Wedding MBA, is because I get to see these types of people speak. And so, again, I'm just reaching outside of our immediate circle, and I'm looking for people, again, that do what we do, but see it from a different point of view and perhaps have a different vantage point or more knowledge as well.
Yes.
So, again, because a lot of us reference the Knot, in me being a marketing presenter, I reference the Knot, but obviously the Knot knows their surveys a lot better than I do.
Yeah, that would be an interesting session, just to talk about how they achieve those numbers and that information and such.
But no, the other thing is, we have an absolutely amazing hotel as our host hotel.
That was where I just wanted to go next. Yeah, let's talk about that facility.
It is the Westin O'Hare Chicago. And for those of you that are flying in, there's complimentary shuttle service to and from the hotel every 15 minutes on a beautiful charter bus. And it's literally every 15 minutes until 10 o'clock at night. It's a 4.5-star hotel, which, before you panic, all of the room rates in the general Rosemont O'Hare area are going to be $199 a night. Our room block is only $155 a night. Unlike Vegas, there's no resort fees tacked on. So it's $155 a night minus what the government adds on in the way of sales tax.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the nicest hotel that a show has ever been hosted in. They've got a tremendous amount of amenities, such as an indoor pool, full Starbucks, exercise center. The other thing, for those that like to do the boardwalk runs in Atlantic City or go hiking, they have what they call the Westin Workout, where for those that want to take a jog, they actually have a guide that will take you through a pre-designated path. If you forget your gear, they have a New Balance workout regime where they'll actually supply you shorts, and shoes at no charge. So this hotel has really got a lot of amenities. We have a 12,000 square foot ballroom with 20-foot tall ceilings. Absolutely positively beautiful. If you go to the Facebook page, there are pictures of it. It's just literally about a 10-minute ride from the airport. So getting to and from is simple, and there's, unlike Vegas or Atlantic City where you got to fly into Philly now, the transportation is incredibly easy. For those that are driving in, the $23 a day parking has been reduced to $9. So again, lots of advantages to this hotel. It's beautiful, and both of the parties that we're hosting on Monday night and on Wednesday night are within like 5 minutes of the hotel. So super close, super accommodating. In our pass as well, granted it's not the most beautiful thing in the world, but we've got box lunches included in our pass so that we can focus on education. And I know there's nothing wrong with taking an hour break and going into a restaurant and having a nice meal. But again, for those that really just want to focus on learning, you'll grab that box lunch. You can take it immediately back into the seminar room and never, ever miss a beat.
Nice.
And then there'll be the networking lounge that you can sit in, have your lunch, and again, just kind of chill and relax. But your lunch is included, which has never been done at a DJ show as well. And again, it's not lobster, but it's just a nice little perk to be included in your pass. And
you don't have to go off-site to grab something to eat. It's right there. And the number of times I've been to a show, and yet you've been there, same thing. We get busy. We go, okay, we got to go grab something to eat. Get out, you talk to somebody. Crap, I need to be back in at that seminar. And it becomes 5 o'clock, and I'll say, I haven't eaten since 8 this morning, and you're just dying.
Well, and because this hotel is not a casino-styled hotel, there is no food court like there is at the Taj or at some of the other hotels in the past. And so this is a way for us to supply 1,000 people lunch very quickly and efficiently. And we'll have everything nutrition-wise. So if you're a vegetarian, that'll be taken care of. If you're gluten-free, that'll be taken care of as well. So again, our goal is to be as accommodating to our attendees as possible.
That is sounding fabulous, Casey. I'm excited to come over and hang out in Chicago. It's been a while since we've had a DJ show or any larger event in Chicago, so it'll be a great time to check it out.
In general, the month of July in the city of Chicago weather-wise is gorgeous. So it's a great destination for you to bring a family, come in, and dad can, or mom, or whoever the primary is, can enjoy the show, stay a couple of days after, see downtown. The architecture here is amazing. The food is obviously amazing. We are currently the World Series champions. Hopefully that'll be a repeat, but the odds of that aren't very likely, and they're not quite playing up to last year's potential, but we're still 100 games out, so we'll see what happens. But the city is just amazing, and that's why Monday and Wednesday we have parties, but Tuesday night we left the day or the evening completely open for you to do whatever you want to. You want to go out to dinner with a group of colleagues, by all means do that. If you want to hang out in the lobby of the hotel and talk all night, that's your option too. If you want to take an Uber into the actual city, or take the train into the city, you can, and possibly go see a Cubs game or Sox game if they're in town. Go to a boardwalk or go to Navy Pier, take a cruise, just go to dinner in the city. We're allowing, for the first time that I can ever remember in a show, we're just giving you the night to do whatever you want to. And so, again, I'm looking at being different. And it doesn't mean better, just different. And you can determine if it's better or worse. That's your choice. The lesson also has all the heavenly beds and the heavenly showers, so no lumpy beds, no lousy pillows. It'll be overall we want this show to truly be nice. I might even buy a new pair of shorts to wear on stage.
Ooh,
so
holy
who knows?
I mean, we're going all out now.
Get crazy and put on pants.
Whoa.
The American DJ Association is going to have their national meeting also on Monday at 5 o'clock when the seminars are over. So if you're an ADJA member, they'll be hosting that there as well. So we're happy to announce that our presenting sponsors are, of course, yours truly, John Young and the Disc Jockey News team, promo only, as well as the American DJ Association / Photo Booth Association. So we're excited and pumped to have you guys on board. And, things that are different is there will not be a show floor. So while that might be a negative to some, my goal is to stay focused on business. So the few exhibitors that we will be having will be more geared toward the business of the industry. Mm-hmm. So we're looking at bringing in software people like DJ Event Planner and DJ Intelligence and Breakthrough Marketing and people that are more on the business side of the business. Who knows, someday we'll grow into a show, but right now my focus is all about the education when I'm not being distracted by anything else. So that's where we're at.
Sounds great, Casey. I've got the link for marqueeshow.com. I put that in the description. It's over in the chat room for those of you who are watching us live. And again, thank you guys for being with us this morning. Haven't really seen any questions.
Sorry, I got to let you know, July 1st, our website will be live.
So that was my next question: is when are ticket sales going to start?
Well, I can put a link up on our Facebook page, but truthfully, I wouldn't even buy a ticket from me yet because we've only announced 3 people speaking. We will be doing announcements every single Wednesday of a new speaker. So every week it'll be updated, but July 1st, our entire page will be up complete with weekly blogs and just all kinds of information about our industry and exciting new things that we're announcing all the time. So the best way to follow us now would be to go to Facebook / Marquee Show. And that would be the best way. But trust me, we'll let you know in a big way when the website's live. So I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, that's quite all right. That's quite all right. That's where I wanted to go, and I'll put that link also on the in the chat room, so folks can go there and like that page and follow along. And it's also going to be, for those of you watching afterward, it is down in the description of this video, so you guys can hit those links and check that out. Well, Casey, I want to let you go here and touch, but we'll come back a little bit later here this fall and talk more about some of the presenters as we get more of those in there. And then we can talk about how awesome it's going to be for the Casey and John show at the Marquee show when we do a live segment. We're going to go live from the show.
Exciting.
That'll be fun.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for being on. For those of you watching, we'll be back tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern with our Monday night show. Otherwise, we will catch you later. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.